Checked all the chests on Death Mountain tonight. No progression to be seen. The hookshot in Harris' basement, and it sounds like boing boing. The seed is trolling, and it takes me for a ride. I found a cane, but it was the cane of pride. I want to win this crazy seed, but there's one item always trolling me. I cannot say I'm in go mode, 'cause I don't know. Where's the bow? Where's the bow? I've cleared all these dungeon floors. Where's the bow? Where's the bow? There's not much left to explore. I know what the chat's going to say, though I hope they're wrong. It's probably at the pedestal anyway. It's funny how Swamp Palace has the most items of all, but when you go full clear it's garbage wall to wall. I've done the crystals I can do, now it's time to dive the pendants too. This race has gone so horribly. Let's see. Where's the bow? Where's the bow? I can't even tell you why. Where's the bow? Where's the bow? Even Spike Cave has run dry. Once again, I will make the play, though I hope they're wrong. I fought the moth inside his hole under the ground, and melted cold stare with his frozen puffballs all around. I bested Trinex with my magic icy blast, and now it's time to pull the pedestal at last. There's the bow, there's the bow. I've chosen the archer class. There's the bow, there's the bow. Time to go to Ganon's tower fast. One last roll from this filthy seed. Where's the big key gone? It's probably in the tile room anyway.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Thank you for watching the Go Mode Podcast Twitch. We are back. Challenge Cup action. The first round of the bracket stages is beginning after what was one heck of a buy race apparently yesterday that I missed. We've got Proa007 versus Che4mo here. My name is Westside Vandal. I'm being joined by the Third X on commentary.
Hello.
Hello. First time on commentary, so I'll try not to leave him too far in the dust. I've been told I'm kind of a motor mouth, but we'll see how this goes. We've got Magius1 on tracking, and as always, almost as always, Math Girl on the restream. So this is just game one of the series, so it's just a no-frills open mode seeds to defeat Ganon's. Need to do all 7 crystals. Swords are randomized. No frills, no changes.
Yeah, I really hope we gonna see an Aghanim seed.
Well, we've seen some doozies on the restreams here. Personally, I think we're gonna see some sort of progression in Thieves Town, and it might even be a lot of it, because I've been noticing there have been at least 2 seeds that I've either participated in or watched somebody else play today, with at least 2 major progression items in Thieves Town. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on, because you gotta love the glory of the pseudo random number generator and patterns. But yeah. Che4mo using his own MSU1 pack of the Celeste soundtrack, apparently. Which
Yeah.
nice.
Didn't hear that one before. Sounds pretty chill.
Yeah, Celeste has a pretty good soundtrack. It's a pretty decent game from what I've seen. I've always wanted to get around to playing it. I recently got into doing to doing MSU1 runs with my personal streams. Haven't really met a bad MSU pack yet, although I will say the 2 seeds I've run with Earthbound MSU have been garbage, and we are underway.
Different standpoint already.
Yep. Red rupee in Link's house and a heart in a full heart container in Sanctuary.
Yeah. And now they're on the same route.
Yeah, Proa probably just wanted to see what was in Link's house, and if it had been a weapon, maybe they would have done escape, but no weapon means just do Sanctuary and be done with it. Early map check, that looked like 2 crystals, Tower of Hera and Eastern, from what I saw.
That was... yeah, I checked those one.
All 3 of our Light World dungeons are crystals. Caught it on the Twitch restream. While we were contemplating that, the tree pole was found to be 20 rupees. And
not just bombs on Lumberjack.
Yep. Well, at least somebody checked Lumberjack early, so that they're not going to fall victim to that particular trap of Go Mode Podcast Twitch infamy. I'm not going to blow my voice out shouting, "There's it's the mirror," so that's cool, I guess. All right, Lost Woods now.
Lost Woods.
I mean, technically, kind of Skullwoods, just different part of the multiverse, I guess.
It's kind of foggy. So just a piece of heart and well, another $20.
Yep. Our restreamer is still mystified by how both runners did not check Lumberjack for as long as they did when the boots were in Kakariko. Which, to be fair, is something to be mystified about in that particular race. Anyway, back to the race at hand. Both runners now going to be in Kakariko. Neither of them have found bombs yet, so...
was it a good call to pay the bottle winner right ahead?
Well, yeah, I would say so, simply because you never know. He might give you progression, or he might have given you bombs.
But you could just go ahead and buy bombs and then go to him back.
True.
I think that's what Pro...
Pearl in Blind's basement.
And see, he's doing what I told you.
Yep. Which, you know, it is kind of a point of contention what to do if you're doing Kakariko this early without bombs. I personally tend to ascribe to just proceed as if you have bombs, because this might just be confirmation bias, but I generally tend to find bombs in the front half of either the well or Blind's, or excuse me, or Blind's hideout. That is not the case in today's seed. So the people who argue to go run to the shop and buy your bombs would, in today's seed, be correct.
So correct call.
Chalk one up for the new guy. Oh.
Yeah, let's see what Che4mo has missed.
Well, isn't going to be missing it for long, because he goes and buys his bomb and is probably going to be heading right back up. Speaking of bomb, there's Bombos. 20 rupees in Grandma's hut, although I think we already saw
Yeah,
that.
we already saw no progression so far, except for the moon pearl and maybe bombos.
Yep. Although with 3 pendants still at large in Dark World, we may not need to go into either Mire or Turtle Rock. Or both.
I guess we don't need to go into Swamp.
That would be rather interesting. Alright.
Okay, now we see the back of Blindside. Oh,
And just 20 rupees.
you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't check those, they will eat away at you for the rest of the seed. So it's better to get them out of the way while you can, instead of just being like, oh, I'll come back when I have bombs, and then just like 45 minutes later, you're like, where is everything? And oh wait, I never did go back and check those bombable walls, did I?
Well, but Che4mo's gonna be sad that he came back for this. Okay, go to the library now.
Yep. Continue sweeping the South Shore here. The library gonna be 300 rupees.
He won't come back for this.
No, I would assume not. Now here's kind of another kind of miniature point of contention. Blind checking race game versus checking it.
Oh.
In this case, blind checking it pays off because that's the single arrow of destiny.
Weird, 2 times the right call so far.
Again, you know, I can see the argument both ways. I personally tend to just blind check it if I'm coming in from the north like that, but...
Still no weapon so far.
Right. And interesting note...
Sandra.
Yeah, interesting to note for doing Sarasala and Eastern. We'll see if Che4mo follows, or if Che4mo does South Shore Dam and Mini Moldorm here.
Yeah, I personally would go Mini Moldorm.
And
No,
Green
I think-
Pendant is Palace of Darkness.
Oh, Palace of Darkness has many items in it.
Indeed. And that green pendant, just a +1 to the item count.
Yeah.
Alright. Che4mo, indeed, gonna go South Shore and Dam. And find the
Oh.
flute! So, I'm sure Proa will be going down there eventually. It would have to be a pretty specific set of items to make Proa not go to South Shore after this. But Che4mo, for now, has that flute. Has a little bit of an advantage. And,
The
well,
power glove.
that's the power glove, yes. Which basically, I think that's also going to, that's actually, oddly enough, good news for Proa. It means he more than likely won't find power glove here, which is one of the items that would have drawn him away from doing South Shore.
Yes, but so far, no items that have progression right now. Like a
Right.
weapon. Weapon would be good, or a bow.
Right. Oh, uh-oh. Che4mo
Oh.
taking a death in Mini Moldorm. That's the flip side of doing Mini Moldorm without anything except bombs. It can get a little bit on the rough side.
And he's apparently not going back, but checking the back of
He can do that, and he can also activate his flute. So,
Yeah,
the
but
flute
apparently...
makes... Go ahead, sorry.
sorry, but apparently you would do the check first.
Mm-hmm. Well, having the flute is definitely going to make it easier to get right back where he was, though. So I don't blame Che4mo for making this play of checking the back of Escape. Just the one item in the back of Escape, though, and the small key in the map. So the front half of Escape is fairly loaded.
Indeed, and there we see the flippers.
Water toes in Eastern Palace, and Proa gonna go ahead and save and quit out, as Proa knows that everything else is logically locked behind the lamp, and not much point regardless, because we're gonna have to be back here anyway with the bow to take on Armos Knights for one of our 7 crystals.
Yeah, did he find the big key in? I think he didn't.
I don't believe he did.
So that last item he misses before needing the big key is the big key, so there's no progression further to make there, so of course
yeah. Well, he could have gotten the big key and then there could have been something in the big chest, but since the big key is behind a fire-locked room, no point. Meanwhile, the duck is loose, or crud. The duck is amuck, the goose is loose. That was the Hyrulean national anthem that I just talked over. My bad. Che4mo getting a refill on bombs. Alright, and then going immediately back to finish the fight with Mini Moldorm. Come to think of it, was that why Che4mo took a death? Did he run out of bombs? I wasn't paying attention to his bomb count.
No, I think he already he had 3 left or something like that.
Ah.
I missed what was on Hyrule Island. He definitely checked it. On Lake Island. Oh, the hammer! A hammer and the fast quest in Mini Moldum Cave. Instantly turning in that mushroom. Yeah, he still has no escape, no entry. He can't enter any dungeon. Well, at least he can't finish any dungeon. Just arrows so far. Oh, a hard reset to keep that mushroom.
I just realized I was on mute.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I was
bad.
wondering why you didn't talk. I tried to take over.
And you did it admirably, but then I was like, wait, why is he talking over me so much? And then I realized I was...
I thought you had any technical difficulties.
Oh, this wasn't technical difficulties. This was just me being a doofus. Anyway.
So a hard reset. That's what you say to the hardly see it.
Mm-hmm. That is the correct terminology. And
Unforgiving, as I said.
Sabin, I'm pretty sure there are Founders Badges still available, but you have to subscribe to the Go Mode podcast to get it. It's not something we can hand out. You have to subscribe to the Twitch channel to get it. Anyway.
Now we see the first, the start of Escape here. The first part.
Yep, I'm gonna take that hammer in and use it to check what's in the front of Escape, which we already know has at least, let's see here. It's gonna have 4 items in it, I believe, because we saw the heart on Sanctuary and 1 item in the back. So there is 3 items here and 1 in Dark Cross.
Isn't there a compass in here too?
No. Hyrule Castle does not have a compass.
Oh. Then I mistook that. Well, what items are we looking for actually? Anything which give us more progress, but because
Well,
we can't finish any dungeon, can we?
we can't, but what I'm confused about here is Che4mo does have Dark World access. He has
yes!
Pearl, Glove, and Hammer, and yet he's choosing to finish up the Light World checks here.
Oh, I completely missed that. He could enter the town. Dark World.
He could go to Village of Outcasts right now, but he is choosing to clean up the Light World spots here. And I mean, it's gotten him the blue mail, so it's got him in a little bit more luxury so far. But and it looks like he's setting up for a death warp.
Oh yes, and there we see the waterfall check.
Indeed. Oh, needs.
Oh,
that's the early death warp. Ouch.
Oh, there's your cane, burner.
Blue cane, all right.
Yeah, I would go and head out if I'd taken that death.
Yeah, that's definitely I do not want to see this castle for a little bit kind of death. All right, Che4mo with another map check for himself. And I think now he's gonna do location sometimes known as Hype Cave, and go about Dark World that way.
For me, it's always Hype Cave. I mean, we've seen so much couch money and hard.
Alrighty.
Get the hype.
Yeah, let's see if this is hype or gripe. The hot new game show sweeping the nation. Alright. 50 rupees. Bombs. Love. Mirror!
The mirror!
And the red meringue.
Yeah, the mirror, pretty nice.
Yeah, that's gonna help out with traversal a little bit. That's gonna open up Cave 45 as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if Che4mo heads in a lefterly direction to do Cave 45, Stumpy, and Digging Game.
Yeah, I think I would do so too.
Yep.
While Proa is activating his flute now.
Right. Alright, Stumpy with just 10 arrows. Here, have some wood from the tree I am about to become. Alright, there's the mirror.
Whoa, weird mirror sound.
Yeah. I think that's the level complete sound from Celeste, if I'm not mistaken.
Might be, I never played that game.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lucky spot, but because he nearly stood on that bush.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I saw that too. I didn't say anything. It's right on top of that bush, and that usually makes you warp back to the warp back to the opposite world. But the game took pity on him this time.
Yeah, because you don't want to see warping back. It costs so much time.
And our restreamer gifting a subscription to Sabin. However, I do believe we are out of first badges. I think it's something like the first 25 subs get first badge.
Digging Game not paying off this routing was absolutely bad.
Yeah.
It didn't pay off.
Meanwhile, Proa heading back up to Zora's domain to pay the King of Scams.
Yeah, he left here at first try because he hadn't the money. Zora's Ledge, just another heart so far.
Yeah. And the King of Scams himself.
And this is a dark room. Out of logic.
Yep. And just a lot of love from the King of Scams. Meanwhile, I'm assuming this is the Death Mountain rescuing the old man. I didn't quite see where Che4mo
yes,
went.
yes.
Okay.
That's where he is.
Okay.
He hasn't the sword, so he has to use the boomerang to see something.
All right. Well, looks like he's doing okay-ish.
Proa hasn't the blue mail yet, so he picked up every hard container he's seen there.
Sabin, buddy. Anyway, moving on. I'll let Math handle that.
And Proa is doing the play. He's
Ah,
going for here for a Village of the Out. Or Skullwoods first, you never know. Oh, there's the Quake Medallion. Just another hard piece in here.
Alright. So that Quake Medallion might be important. I mean, we do have the mirror, so it's gonna be picked up by Che4mo.
Yeah, of course. Though he has no fire source yet.
Yeah. All right, so Palace of Darkness, Ice, and
I didn't see the third one, but I saw the 2 red crystals on Turtle Rock and Mizzy.
Wait a minute, where's the third? Oh, there it is, Thieves Town. Apparently, every time I looked in Thieves Town's direction, I completely missed the pendant blinking. I was just like, wait, did we see something in Light World? Because I couldn't find the blue pendant.
I couldn't either, but I knew it was there.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we are fire locked in Tower of Hera.
Yes.
Or
the
Hera pot locked. Yeah. If we find the stuff to make that setup easy.
Yeah, and he hasn't the cane of burner, so he couldn't do the how you call it, the spike cave. It's immediately East Death Mountain now.
Yep. Yes. There's a Sarasala is deciding to just give a bunch of stuff out for a bunch of different green pendants. Math. It's a new thing that's being tested quietly. I forgot to announce it. Anyway, spiral cave check from Che4mo. I haven't been paying attention to Proa's dip into Skull Woods here.
He didn't find anything nice so far, but I didn't have a good on it too.
Cape in Spiral Cave.
Okay.
There we go. Looks like it's getting fixed now. Alright, now, so this is technically, what Che4mo is doing now is in logic because he has the flute. The old man was not in logic, but the old man also didn't really have anything important, so...
Just bombs. Yeah, and Che4mo has to get the cape, I think, in the tracker.
Yep. And, well, there's something special in Skull Woods. That's our first sword. On Proa007's side. Nice use of the hammer there by Che4mo to take out those many mold arms, and Paradox Cave Part 2 has another sword. A little bit of love and some bombs.
Proa now heading to Village of the Outcast.
Indeed he is, and Che4mo trying to do this bomb jump here.
It's perfectly set up.
And,
It was kinda the first bomb job I learned.
I have yet to learn that particular bomb jump, actually. About the only ones I do on a regular basis are the bomb jump to get the big chest in Skull Woods, and, of course, the Ice Palace bomb jump.
I always fail that one in Skull Woods.
point of order. The lamp is on floating island. That's painful.
Oh, did you see what C-shaped house had?
Oh, hello. There it is. Yeah, I happened to look over at the Twitch stream just in time to catch it. Yeah, that's Titans Mitts. Hello. All right.
Probably Spike Cave now.
Yep, Spike Cave check from Che4mo, yeah.
And an ether medallion on the left.
All right, so we know where all 3 medallions are, so that's not going to be an issue. Our tracker is asking us to confirm what 5 and 6 crystals were. They were both in Dark World. I believe it was Ice and...
No. It was Turtle Rock and Misery Mine.
Ooh.
I'm very sure.
Ew.
Yeah, but all medallions are in range, so... by the way, Che4mo has the Quake medallion from Spectacle Rock.
Right. Alright, Che4mo getting a quick fill up from the old man, and now I believe Che4mo is going to be making cast play. I'm a little surprised that... go ahead.
Yeah, you're surprised off? I was just trying to help you.
Okay, I'm a little surprised that Che4mo didn't go and grab that lamp off of Spectacle Rock. Or not Spectacle Rock, Floating Island. Because he had the capability to go grab it while getting a bit more information, and he left it there. Because if he has that lamp, then he can do a few more checks.
Oh yes, you're right. I didn't realize that. I thought you need Titans to get there, but you did. Or do you? Yeah, you need. You can't go into Dark World to.
Oh yeah, you do need the Titans to get to either the Dark World portals. My bad. On Death Mountain. That's right. I apologize.
No problem.
Meanwhile, map check on Che4mo's side confirming that you were also correct about what were 5 and 6 crystals.
Where was the mirror again? I already forgot because Proa is still leaking.
Hype Cave. Proa is gonna be getting it here shortly.
I see.
Yep.
Why didn't I ask 5 minutes later or something?
Alright. Che4mo gonna be the first into Thieves Town, looks like.
Which is a pendant dungeon.
Well, like I said right as the race started, Thieves Town has been weirdly paying out today, so we'll see if that trend continues. Paying out from what I've seen, anyway.
We could make a bet. I think it doesn't. And the frog has to is really exploring the world.
Yep, Jeremiah getting the world tour today, folks. Alright, and yeah, not really anything in the front of Thieves Town so far. Yep, just a little piece of love and a rupee. Not really anything notable. And Che4mo gonna go ahead and duck on out of there. And now C-shaped house, here comes Che4mo's Titans Mitts.
Indeed. And still he needs that Quake medallion on the tracker.
There it is. Alrighty.
Nice.
Challenge Cup, not only a way for newer runners to get used to tournament settings, it's a way for newer streamers to, newer trackers and commentators to kind of get their sea legs under them, so bear with us here. Well, we did have Quake on Che4mo's side, and then it got misclicked.
Yeah, now Proa has it.
Yeah. Which is weird, because Proa hasn't been up to the light side of Death Mountain yet, I don't believe.
And he's going into Thief's Town now, I think. So they're following each other's step right now because now Che4mo has the what's it called? The frog.
The Jeremiah. Dwarven Breadsmith. Huh. Our restreamer is pointing out that neither runner has tracked Quake. I could have sworn Che4mo grabbed it while he was going to Tower of Hera.
He should have. It was right on Spectacle Rock, and he used the mirror there.
Well, nope. There's
I'm
the
not
menu
sure.
check. Che4mo left it there.
Whoa. Okay.
So that might come into play here. I mean, granted, Che4mo knows it's there. So he'll just be mildly annoyed if Turtle Rock or Mire requires Quake.
Yeah, well, maybe, but on the way to Turtle Rock, he could go that way and pick it up right again.
What if he missed it?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, like when it's an item out in the open like that, and the medallion happens to be one of the most noticeable sprites in the game, I'm not too sure about that one, but we'll see.
It would be the strangest thing.
It wouldn't be the strangest thing I've seen in Rando. Yeah, true.
So the fetch quests all don't pay off so far. Only fetch quest left is the Bat Cave, isn't it?
No, we have not seen Shovel yet.
What did we see? Ah, yes, the shovel, yes.
All right.
Agnes Cave?
Cave, yep. And there's another sword. So we now know where 3 out of 4 swords are. Not new at tracking, just rusty at it? Okay, understandable. Alright. Now Che4mo taking that flute out here, and where's Che4mo's next play gonna be?
Yeah, I knew it. This is... he forgot to check it.
Alright. Oh! Interesting. Oh, and well, we needed that Quake Medallion that's sitting up on Spectacle Rock.
Oh.
So
this could be a thing.
Yeah, this is some interesting routing from Proa here. I would have ducked into the Mire Shed before we checked the Desert Ledge myself, but
that's true.
There's a reason why I'm commentating and not in the brackets, though. So
I think you're right. It doesn't make sense because he has to mirror twice now. Right. If he wants to go to the palace, however.
Yeah, Che4mo though is has not done any of Eastern, so this is rather smart on Che4mo's part, looping both Palace of Darkness and Eastern together.
However, Palace of Darkness, just a pendant dungeon.
It is a pendant dungeon, but it's also the green pendant, and it also has 6 items in it. And Che4mo at this point is just looking for items, because there's not he can't really do very much in crystal dungeons at the moment.
Oh, he could go back to East Death Mountain, get into Dark World, and get that.
This is true. He could get that lamp and see what's going well.
Because now he is here, and there are some dark rooms, and well, I would get that lamp first.
This is a good point.
He knows where it is.
Well, herein lies the rub, though. Che4mo doesn't have the lamp, right? And we've seen where the lamp is, but
yes,
is it really worth it to go all the way back up Death Mountain at this point just for that one lamp?
Yes,
Especially when
because
well, remember, you can do dark room. The dark rooms can be navigated. That's the Cane of Samaria, by the way.
oh, you're right. But you see, Proa is doing the right move because when you get that lamp, you needn't just go back here into that Panton dungeon, but you could finish Tower of Hera and see what the. I think there's missing one item in it.
That's also a valid point that I didn't think of.
And so you don't lose that much time because you can route to Tower of Hera right after it, and you can clear it. There's nothing that can.
And chat giving me the proper pronunciation of one of our runners' names. Che4mo? Che4mo? Okay.
Che4mo.
Che4mo?
I think.
Okay. I will try to stick to that, but if I lapse back into the improper pronunciation, I apologize. Habits are hard to break.
So now Proa
Che4mo.
will see the Quake medallion, and he knows he needs it.
Other guy was saying it right. Okay.
I was saying it right. Che4mo. Wait a moment. Che4mo.
Okay. Yeah, like that. Okay. All right. So now Proa has seen the Quake medallion, and Proa has the other information that he knows Meyer needs it.
That was what I was saying, and he instantly grabs it.
Yep, there it is. Just say true.
What is Sao Che?
Oh, trying to say just say chi or chia. All right.
Che4mo.
Yep. Oh boy. Anyway, however you say it, he now has his flippers.
And he decides to stay in.
Right.
He was thinking. You saw him thinking. So now Proa is he doing? Yeah, he's doing that one first. Just Che4mo, not Che4mo. Okay.
I think that Ford threw both of us off for a bit, so it is what it is. All right, so we're going to be seeing one new check from Che4mo now, and Proa is doing stuff Che4mo has already done.
But in terms of routing, Proa seems very lucky. Although he wasn't very assured that he would do fine.
Yeah. Proa had some self-confidence things come out while we were setting this up earlier today. But he seems to be holding his own so far, and honestly, being able to get into the brackets of this Challenge Cup is no mean feat.
Oh, and now Chi, I just call him Chi now, is seeing that he needed that medallion.
Yeah.
If he hadn't missed it, I would say it's more than unlikely.
Yeah. And Fleck, thank you for the 200 bits, and thank you for correcting us. I can't speak for my co-commentator, but I would much prefer to be corrected on that sort of thing rather than do it for the entirety of a broadcast. Trust me, trust me, I will say if I'm getting annoyed by something, and it will become very obvious very quickly. In fact, you might even, well, actually, no, I believe we've already seen the thing I would have gotten annoyed at, and nobody happened to do a thing that would have gotten me annoyed, so we're fine. And now that I've confused everybody involved, we're gonna move on.
Did you pay attention on Che4mo or whatever he's called? Did you pay attention? Did he check the? I think he didn't check the medallion which is needed to go into Mizunraya. I think he just moved along, just out of screen. Oh,
All right, and boots locked in desert. Because that is the big key on the desert torch.
and Proa finding out that lamp now. Yeah, he decides to grab it, I think. Yes, looks like it.
Well, yeah, and plus he can do Super Bunny Cave at this point, so that's a couple of checks. And he might as well, while he's up here, go ahead and open up the mouth of Turtle Rock here.
Which is same
Also
medallion.
quick. So now it comes down to, does Che4mo know that that Quake medallion is sitting on Spectacle Rock?
Well, I hope he does, but
Yeah.
even if he doesn't, he will check it soon.
Yeah, he'll see it eventually. It's lying right out in the open, on not too far off of the critical path. So
Yes, because at some point he will go and grab that lamp, because he didn't miss that lamp. Ticket, just hurling bombs.
Indeed. All right. So.
A shovel. There's your shovel chest.
Oh, hey now. And our second bottle. Actually, I think that might be our third bottle. Come to think of it. No, that's
I think
two.
And the Batcave. Yeah, he has Cane of Samaria, and he hard resetted for that mushroom, so that pays off now. Maybe.
Yep. Alright. Nice use of cape.
In case you didn't know how to do this, you now saw it.
Yep. Run out of magic, try to use the Cane of Samaria, and while the sound is going, go into the menu and then select the mushroom.
And just this is the third bottle.
Alright, Proa now grabbing the lamp.
Finally. So he hasn't to do this, he needn't do this dark rooms. And he can finish Tower of Hera, and I think he's going for it.
Yep, that's gonna be where he's going immediately. Yep.
And he already has Tempered Sword, so that will be an easy fight.
Yeah. And Che4mo hula-hanning for rupees for Zora.
Yes.
I'm beginning to think Che4mo...
He missed that lamp. I think he missed that lamp. Or he's searching for any other item, like the bow.
Yep. The Mad Batter had a red goo-filled bottle. And to answer a question from chat. Lake Hylia, I don't know if we ever confirmed this, is just a little bit of love.
I can't understand why Proa is doing the room the old way. I would just drop a bomb there and stand on that switches.
Well,
how do you call that?
It can be kind of tricky to time that. I know I have trouble with it.
Really? With a bomb? I never had. I never seen someone do it with a bomb. Always with the Cane of Samaria, which he is lacking, right? And I always do it with a bomb because I think that's much easier for me.
Well, with the Cane of Samaria, you can control when it goes off, so you can be sure you're in position and can immediately flip the switch. Whereas with the bomb, you have to place the bomb, get over to the switch, and then you still have a couple of seconds to kill. So if you time it improperly, one of the tiles can actually hit you off and you can't get back in time, which is what usually happens to me.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I'm quite good in this thing with the bombs, and I don't like the cane. It's weird, I know.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So we now see which bottle refill this fairy has. Oh, nice, a fairy.
Here, have one of my sisters. Wait, what?
The best thing that can happen is that you get a blue potion out of this. And I believe either the boss or the big chest has the last item here in Tower of Hera.
Yep, you'd be correct.
And of course he checks that big chest first because it's a long way up there.
Yeah. And compass. So Moldorm holding on to our second item in Tower of Hair today.
I think that's the first not perfect routing from him. Or routing or whatever.
No, yeah, either way. I think routing is actually technically correct, but all right.
I once was so frustrated by this Moldom, I did it with a cape.
Oh dear.
He can't push you when you have the cape, so it would be faster than this fight.
This fight gave me fits when I was first when I first played vanilla. Like I probably spent 30 minutes on this fight alone.
Sorry. Yeah, and Che4mo now is going back here, so he gets what he missed. Finally.
Yep. So he's gonna get that Quake medallion. Now, now we'll also see if he decides to go over to East Death Mountain and pick up that lamp.
I really hope so, because that ether alone, well, it doesn't give him access to anything. I mean that the Quake.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have boots or hookshot. That's right. I was about to say he could go to Meyer and open it up, but then he could just stare across the pit longingly because he doesn't have boots or hookshot.
See it now? I hope he saw it.
Well, we'll soon find out. Seed's going okay-ish, to answer a question in chat. Some interesting item locations and some interesting routing, but so far nothing too out of the ordinary.
Last quest has nothing too, so no fetch quest had any progress item. I mean, that wasn't the first bottle we had, so it's not a progress item.
So Proa really needs to go into Palace of Darkness and find that Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, but he can finish this one first, can't he?
He can't get... Oh, he's going to... yeah, Desert can be finished, yes.
Oh no, it can't. It's boots locked. I forgot it.
Oh shoot, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's boots locked.
So what's he going to do here?
He's
stealing a key. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't think Proa has been in here yet, though. I think it was Che4mo came in here earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's right. But wow, then this was nice of him to steal that key, because I think, could he get the other key? No, I think not. It should be in the big chest.
All right, so we're probably gonna see a hard reset. Well, actually, no, maybe not. Yeah, progression in Pendant Dungeon most likely. Well, I know for a fact there is part of progression for Proa in a Pendant Dungeon, because that Cane of Samaria is sitting in Palace of Darkness. So that's part of the progression puzzle for Proa. Granted, he still needs boots or hookshot to be able to get into Meyer.
Yes, see? But now, that stealing key was the right play, because you see, there was no key up there, and now the butter sword. And he has access to these two chests here now.
And 50 rupees. Alright. Actually, I just realized, with that Cane of Samaria, we can get into Turtle Rock, which is, I believe, what Che4mo is doing.
Yes, but you can only check one chest, I think. Maybe. Depends on what's in it.
Right.
Proa now going for his escape route. I think he never was there.
Yes, and actually, now that I think about it, there's also something important here. Remember, Che4mo made the play earlier and died before opening Zelda's chest, and then he also did not see Dark Cross. So there are still two items here that we do not know about. And chat correctly pointing out, if the key logic falls just right, you can get all the way up to Laser Bridge. And we can get a fair way up here if Che4mo realizes, yeah, that's a small key. We can continue this play.
Wrong cane. Yeah, but this kind of lucky because it's a chance of 1 to 2. I think it's 2 chests over there.
Yeah, there's 2 chests that are locked behind the fire rod. Yes.
This was quite cool, but it paid off. I think depends because you can't finish the dungeon unless you find both rods here, and it's kind of unlikely to find both rods.
Yeah. But it could also lead to some sort of progression for something else. So we'll see what happens here. And the play continues. That's another small key. Che4mo kind of going, do I really want to do this? Is this really what's happening right now?
Oh, and chat's pointing out that Che4mo has only the the Master Sword and not the That's right, I think.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. We know one sword is in the right side of desert. I'm trying to remember where the other sword Proa found is. That Che4mo has not checked.
Nearly saw a death there. So why did he go out of Turtle Rock now?
Might have just realized that was a little bit unlikely. Like yes, there could have been something in there, but he also could have just realized it's unlikely there's something in there, and he has to be back anyway once he does find both rods. Could have realized, oh hey, I can full clear Tower of Hera now, which is what he's doing. Now I kind of understood why Proa wasn't going for it, but there's no excuse for Che4mo not to be doing the coffee break.
Yeah. And yeah. Well, now we see the item in the Dark Cross. Probably about to see it.
Yeah, he's going for Dark Cross, yeah. I missed what was in Zelda's cell, but judging by the lack of reaction from anybody involved, it was nothing special.
I missed it too, I was so excited about Turtle Rock. And what was in Dark Cross now? I missed it too.
Dark Cross was 20 rupees.
Oh, okay.
So
nothing
Che4mo
has missed.
Yeah. Luckily, well, unluckily, possibly, depending on where it actually is, he might go back for those later. But
I don't think so. You never go back for this. Yeah,
right.
Proa now continuing his, I think, yeah, either Thieves Town or does he go to the Dark World Overworld checks like desert, like Bumper Cave and Graveyard Ledge?
Right. And yeah, Bumper Cave, Graveyard Ledge, and I believe Che4mo missing the bomb jump. Ouch.
And falls down 2 floors. That's the worst spot to fall down. I did it.
All right. So the reclimb of shame. Chat pointing out, believe the other sword was in Skull Woods. That's actually correct now that I think about it, because I remember Proa found Proa's first sword, and then Che4mo found his first sword in Paradox right after. So that would be correct. Now let's see if Che4mo tries this bomb jump again. Looks like he's going to.
He has to watch his hearts. I mean, he has blue mail, but he has a fairy, right? He doesn't watch his hearts.
Actually, I'm not sure if he has a fairy per se, but I do know he has that red goo from doing the fake powder. Plus, he left the switch so he can just grab hearts down here.
Didn't Che4mo check the waterfall and threw a bottle in and got it Ferry or was that Proa?
I believe that was Proa.
Oh.
Tracker saying no, Che4mo does have a ferry.
And didn't Che4mo 3 bottles? I'm not sure.
Confusion, mass chaos, dogs and cats living together.
Oh, Proa deciding to root further into this dungeon because the first pass wields nothing.
Yeah, and at this point, understandable, to be honest.
I mean, could it be a pedestal seat? It could still be a pedestal.
Very well be. Yeah, there's still plenty of things that could be on the pedestal. With
Oh.
our pendant with our pendant layout, both rods could be on pedestal.
The boots?
Boots could be on pedestal, yes.
And yeah, that's it, I think.
Bow cannot be on pedestal because Palace of Darkness is a green pendant. Hookshot could. Ooh.
Hookshot not because of Ice Palace, I think. Or it's the hookshot and it's not the hookshot but the boots. Or it's the boots and not the hookshot.
Alright. Che4mo, buddy, you're not gonna like what you see here.
Yeah. Some leg spikes ahead.
Yes, but Che4mo also opening up Mire without boots or hook.
Yeah. I think he thinks you can bump jump it, but I think you can't.
No, he
just realized.
Yeah. Meanwhile, over in Thieves Town, nothing of note so far in the back. We did find our first shield.
We already found the key, so something has to be here. Some more item, one more item. Is it? It's one more, I think.
I believe there's one more item left, yes, because I believe there was 2 in front and 1 on and the shield there. So Che4mo never did Ice Rod Cave.
Yes, he immediately gone back there with the flute, or Save and Quit. I didn't remember quite well from the Molem Cave.
Little piece of love.
Yeah, it was a wise decision not to go there. Oh,
That's
the
the bug net.
And I believe that's it with the items there. And
I believe you're correct, but you have the maiden at this point anyway. You might as well go kill Blind real quick just to have that pendant in your back pocket.
I wish we had a book just to check that.
Oh, and because I spend way too much time around Math Girl, this could very well be a paradox seed, and something we need is on one of the tablets. Because the Book of Medora is technically an item that can be on the pedestal.
Yeah, yeah, it could. You're true. Oh, that would be insane.
Yeah.
At least it's no Aghanim seed.
Yeah, you didn't get your wish, but we're still getting an interesting seed here. Alright, let's see.
So let's think about it. There's no other dungeon he can complete right now, and there's not many items he could dive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like Pendant Palace of Darkness is gonna have something other than Cane of Samaria in it. So it looks like Palace of Darkness is gonna be Palace of Value today.
I think he's going for the bumper check, and I would do 2 here now. And then the Graveyard Ledge, there must be anything. Because we saw the Pillars of Darkness. And we're still lacking some items. See the bow!
There's our bow! So that puts some stuff back into play.
That puts him far ahead, I would say.
Yep. Although, I don't know, I don't think Che4mo is going to be too far behind here. I think he's going to go do these checks now as well.
I hope so. But now Proa will get his bow, and I think he would skip the Graveyard check, or Or he might do it, but it doesn't cost him much time. And then he can fit Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness both.
Yep.
At once.
All right. So let's see what the decision is here from Proa. Getting bossed around a little bit by the murder-dactyls, but he murders them right back with that gold sword. So.
Yeah, he's doing a good routing. He's going on the right now, doing the check, and then going down, I think. Or he's fluting down. Which is faster? I don't. Maybe he routes in Catfish too.
Yeah. Again, at this point, there's still a lot of items we still have yet to find. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Catfish get looped in here. And just as I suspected, Che4mo is indeed going immediately to grab his bow.
Nice.
Red mail on Graveyard Ledge.
I love to see him get this here now, because that makes the things more interesting.
So definitely still slight advantage Che4mo for now. Or Che4mo, sorry, I keep using the hard pronunciation there. But Proa is not going to be too far behind here, and may in fact take kind of a little bit of a lead once he gets his Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, Proa now checking Catfish. I think Proa is in the lead, because he needn't dive to Palace of Darkness twice. But it's not it's very tight.
Yeah.
I call it even, because he has to go to the back.
Very much a too close to call right now kind of race.
Yeah, it's very even here, because Che4mo hasn't go to back of Palace of Darkness. He's already been there, and Proa needs to go there. So I think they might sync up soon.
Well, yeah, it's really all going to depend on if Che4mo decides to dip back into pod or not here. I don't see why he wouldn't, but it depends on if there is anything further in Pendant Pod.
Oh, anything further in Eastern Palace, you mean? Or you don't
Che4mo,
mean?
No, I mean Palace of Darkness. Che4mo didn't check all of Palace of Darkness. He didn't do all the dark rooms because he didn't have the lamp.
Yes, but Palace of Darkness still is a pendant dungeon, and I think they will both clear Eastern Palace first, wouldn't? And then see if they need to clear Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, you're right. That's But
Just...
then again, there's only one item left in Eastern Palace. We're still looking for at least
That's true.
3.
Oh no, just one. Boots or hookshot, and then we are good to go in to finish another dungeon, aren't we?
Small, like in the immediate sense of progression, yes. But as far as being in go mode, we need both rods, the book, and hookshot. So 4 actually.
Okay, nothing on Catfish, and nothing on the Pyramid Ledge. There's just the blue one. We saw that from Proa. Yeah, he just were there.
Alright. Pyramid Ledge check?
Yeah, the blue one.
Blue rupee.
You gotta believe me.
Yeah, sorry, I had something happen to take my attention away from the screen for a minute. I apologize.
Oh, Megal is pointing out that the book isn't neat, but the boots are. Yeah, so we're searching for the boots or hookshot. No, we're searching for the boots and hookshot. No, we're searching for the boots and hookshot, and
Yes,
of
we
course both
Yep.
rods.
Yep. All right, so Proa going into Eastern to finish Eastern off, and it looks like Chi is heading to the Palace of Darkness door. Now, whether he goes in or mirrors to complete Eastern is remains to be seen.
I think he goes into pot first because he already got that big chest, which Proa didn't. I mean, the big chest here in Eastern. Proa had, Proa stopped here and didn't go to the dark room.
Right.
So technically, Proa is not knowing that there is a unneeded item.
Right. All right. So now we're gonna see what's in the back half of Palace of Darkness, because Chi just did what he could in the front before leaving here. Because Chi did not have bow and did not have lamp or a fire source, so he saw I believe it was a small key on the left side, and then just checked the front chest and noped on out.
Oh yeah, you're true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that chest to the left there had Arcane of Samaria in it. I don't know why Che4mo mirrored there. It's almost assuredly would have been faster to go back,
to pick
hammer,
down.
and jump.
But he missed this one here, and he can't get back up. Oh, it's not unusual to do it the long way.
Okay.
But you're right, he could have done a different routing.
Yeah. I'm not sure I agree with that routing by Che4mo there. Because with what we had seen so far, there was very, very little chance it was anything except a small key. But then again, he's probably going to need it to check things anyway. So, I don't know. It pings wrong to me on first read, but in the long run, it's probably going to end up being helpful because we're probably going to need that key to get to Helm's Arcane.
There's the armors fight for Proa. Just bombs for Che4mo. Che4mo.
Alright. Proa dealing with an angry statue now. Got it.
And there's his map.
Alright. Bloomerang.
The better boomerang.
And a small key in the U-shaped dark hallway in Palace of Darkness. So we're gonna find, I think we're gonna find the big key over here in the dark maze.
It has to be there, there's just no opportunity.
Yep. Yeah, well, I was just saying that because I hadn't seen it yet, so...
All good. Just wanted to say that you're right.
Looks like it's gonna be the dark maze of dungeon items because that was the map.
Huh? No big key in here?
Yeah.
So you already found it?
Yeah.
And just the compass, so the boss wields the last item.
Alright. And plus the green pendant, so...
Yeah, which is another item.
Yep.
But the music is so chilly.
Yes. Good music, good music.
But it feels kind of wrong. So Proa is in Palace of Darkness 2 now and does a different kind of routing because he has the bow on his first time here.
Yep. Che4mo having a little bit of trouble with the mimic room. There we go.
but he's doing it faster than I can.
Yep.
I always wondered why you switch the switch that blue-red thing here in this room and not before going up. You know, you could just do it then in the room with the hammer packs there.
That's a good question. All right. Regardless, Che4mo making his way down to Helmersar King.
Maggie is just saying 2 items on pot missing, but where's the other?
Yeah.
I think it's just 1 item missing.
Yeah, I MG have it.
Oh, this is where the big key was. Proa showed us.
Ah. Alright. Alright. So, Helmersar King now, 17th whacks with the hammer, and then 5 swings of that tempered sword or 8 arrows to the exposed weak point will take care of Helmersar King.
Or you could just do 4 or 5 bombs, I think, to break them up.
Yeah, but that assumes Helmersar King stayed still long enough for those bombs to blow up.
Yeah, I'm not very skilled enough to. I always need 6 bombs for it.
Alright, speaking of bombs, that's what
Yeah.
Helmersar King drops.
He expects you to throw bombs so you get them back.
So those of you who like to see pedestal seeds are probably standing up and taking notice right about now. Because we still have yet to see the hook shot or the boots we need to get further into Misery Mire.
Yeah, and we need to see both of those items in this seed.
Yes, we do. Che4mo gonna go ahead and kill Armos Knights for his crystal before he goes and turns in that pendant. Because I believe all we can get into now is Ice Palace.
Yeah, we could get... Yeah, and we... Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, and we could clear it.
So...
I completely forgot about Ice Palace. But you don't want to do it. There's... How many items in it?
Ice Palace has 3. Our tracker is pointing out once again that Che4mo decided to nope out of Turtle Rock when technically forward progress was possible. There's also our runners can reach Mimic Cave. So we're running out of options here. There's still options left.
Yeah, but
we're
we just need
running out of them.
We just need 1 item and then everything could happen.
Yeah.
It seems to be one of those seeds where 1 item leads to another.
Alright. So while we're seeing duplicate checks here, reminder, you're watching the Challenge Cup on the Go Mode Podcast Twitch. If you're enjoying the action, please follow our runners, our commentators and tracker and restreamer. Please give the podcast itself a follow here on Twitch, and check it out on iTunes. And if you're a fan of the podcast, we also have the Go Mode Discord, where the Go Mode podcast staff also does something kind of cool. On a bi-weekly basis, they post a seed to just kind of casually race and compare. This week's seed is the Swordless seed with an early hammer guaranteed. So I haven't played it yet, but sounds like fun. So if you're interested in any of that, check out those links I just spammed in the Twitch chat.
Don't want me to interrupt you, but did you see Proa did what I said? He switched earlier, so he hadn't to do it here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's faster, but you always get a hit of that spiky thing there. And Che4mo again is lagging for me.
Yep. Che4mo's internet seems to have taken a bit of a hit.
but I know where's he going to. He's going into Dark World, then mirroring out of it, just here and going for Zarshala to turn in that green pendant.
Yep.
So he's kind ahead of Proa now. Not really, but concerning that both dungeons.
All right, and green pendant is a bust. Oh dear. Oh dearie
So
me.
wasted time. But you don't know.
Yeah, there's no way for our runners to know that in run. And now Che4mo just doing what I like to call the map stare, where you just kind of go, okay, what do I do now? Che4mo, remembering that he did take that rather inglorious death in Escape, just gonna go clean those two chests up. We already know, unfortunately, incorrect answer, but this would be what I would do in Che4mo's shoes, where you're just like, okay, was that were those two items that I missed because I died so early in the seed important?
Yeah, but he also didn't check the graveyard, or did he? I don't know. Yeah, he did.
Check graveyard because he has the red mail.
Oh, my bad.
Nope, you're fine.
But this makes the run even again. Pretty tight because Proa already did those checks and now they're... Yeah.
Yeah. So what we have left now, it basically comes down to Ice Palace or Turtle Rock and Mimic Cave. We are just rapidly running out of places where these items could be because we still need 4 items to be in 100% go mode. Yes, 3 of those items can unlock further progression spots, but we need to see all 4 of them to be completely done with the seed, with the item gathering for the seed. And we have, let's see here, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 spots left to check by my count.
Oh, I didn't count it right now, but I think you're right. There's not many possibilities, and I would always count Mimic Cave.
I did count that, yes.
Swamp Palace play now? Yeah, there's some... Oh, you missed that one. You can check some of those here. You can
we can check some of Swamp.
East Swamp side here. West, I mean. You always... Yeah, you wanna skip that without the hook shot usually, because it takes time.
Yeah, hook shotless Swamp's kind of painful. But then again, the seed right now is kind of painful.
And it's a good call as far as we know. It could be here. I mean, there are several checks here. First one must be the small key, but then...
Yep. So we've got this bombable wall here. We've got left side swamp is technically clearable. It's just you have to take the long way around, which does kind of suck.
Oh, yes, you have. And he can check the big chest on his way there. That's not...
Bit of a convenient time save.
And Che4mo didn't dig.
Yeah, Che4mo just trying to maybe see if anything in the overworld is going to help him, because pretty much all he, like I said, all we have left at this point is pendant dives or a gross-looking turtle rock. So it's like you're just at this point you're just like, okay, is there anything on the overworld that I missed that could hold my progression? Because I really don't want to do pendant dice. I really don't want to do hook shotless swamp. I really don't want to go back into Turtle Rock. Unfortunately, one of those is the correct answer.
Yeah,
but they're all kind of disgusting in run to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's, I think, Turtle Rock would be my hated opportunity to do that. I wouldn't even go there when Che4mo did, and I wouldn't go out when he were in. But Proa, I can understand what Proa does, because I would do the same, I think. It's a crystal dungeon and there's a chance to clear it.
Yeah.
And even if you can't, okay, then, but you already checked the left side and there's the fire rod.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This means Skullwoods is yeah, is into LoJack now.
Yeah. Although I believe we at most have only one item in Skull Woods. I don't know if we saw both of them. Because we did see one sword in Skull Woods, so we know that's one of the 2 items in Skull Woods.
I think we saw both, but I can't remember the other one. Still, one progression item.
Yeah, it does, gives you a little bit of time to think about things while staying on the move, regardless. Because now you can just go, well, I'll just go clear out Skull Woods while I think about what I want to do next, because I'm going to have to do Skull Woods anyway.
And this, the fire rod makes Turtle Rock more attractive.
Yes, it does. Yep. Because it puts the roller room into logic. The
Yes.
2 roller room into logic on the east side.
And of course, I wouldn't go into Turtle Rock without the fire rod using Turtle Rock, yeah. And Ice Palace is much nicer than 2.
Alright, so we're going to see what's on left side of Swamp here.
Yeah, while Che4mo is going to through T-Town, but we already saw that. No progression in there, sadly. But he's gonna catch up with the life count, which is just a map on the left side here.
And unfortunately, it has to go the long way around because no hook shot. It has to jump back down, come back upstairs, and go over to the right side.
So we already saw the big key, we saw the map. I think we have to see one other item.
Yeah, this is the last item we can access in Swamp right now.
Yes, but how many items are missing in Swamp now? I think just 1 or 2. Or am I wrong? Oh, the bottle.
There's another bottle. So let's see here. We saw bottle, we saw fire rod. So that's 2 out of the 6 non-dungeon items in Swamp.
So where's he gonna go now?
I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I would do what he's doing. I would go do Skull Woods and really use the time while you're going through Skull Woods to weigh your options.
Yes, definitely.
Because
so you don't have the maps there.
Both of the options we have left at this point are disgusting to think about. Because it's either a pendant ice dip or go into Turtle Rock when you know you don't have enough items to fully clear Turtle Rock.
And the ice dip without hookshot isn't nice either. You have to go a long way there too.
Right. Alright. So Che4mo receiving his blue pendant.
Both players 2 pendants now.
Yep.
And exactly 2 crystals, so in terms of that, they're even. And I really hope Che4mo is going to not to Turtle Rock now, but to Swamp Palace.
Well, we'll see as Proa makes his way into makes his way into the back of Skull Woods here.
Not checking that one item down there.
Might be saving it for after Mothula. Assuming of course there is an item left in Skull Woods, which we don't remember at this point.
I think there is but I would do the same. It's better routing as far as I know. I see pro players doing this a lot.
Alright.
Yeah.
Gold sword, red mail, fire shield, half magic. This really shouldn't be too much of a difficult fight, but stranger things have happened in Rando.
Darknet just saying ice without hook is better than swamp without it, but I don't agree because there are more items in swamp and it is the crystal diamond. And I know you can't clear it without hook, and you can clear ice without hook, but again, that swamp
being pretty rude to Proa here.
Oh, he has another life. And in Swamp Palace, that's just the left side here. Oh, that's last. and the left side is quite good, okay, because you need to mirror out anyway.
Yeah. So, of note, second item was not yet found in Skull Woods. It was held by Mothula. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how much of a thirst for ped seeds you have, the item was 3 bombs.
So there is Ice Palace move now, I believe. Or Turtle Rock. Yeah,
Nope.
Ice Rock.
Yeah, that's fluting to 8. That's Ice Palace.
I would do that too, because you have all 3 pendants then, and you can clear.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would not be surprised to see a blind pedestal pull from Proa here.
Oh, definitely. He will do this.
All right.
Except
so...
he finds either the boots or the hookshot. Oh.
Yeah, if he finds progression, obviously he goes in those strings. But if we find nothing, then we're seeing a blind pedestal pull.
Yeah, maybe, but even if I would find, I'm not sure. Let's see.
All right. There's the Ice Palace big key.
Oh, it's really great to find it here when you don't have the hookshot.
Yep. All right.
Oh, this. Do you hear this music? It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Again, Celeste's OST is pretty strong. All right.
And does he wear out now? He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's thinking about it and he's rage slashing.
And it would be the right decision. We know it already. But he's gambling.
Well, I don't think it's so much gambling as just kind of going, I'm here already, and if it's here, then I might be able to salvage something. If it's like at this point, you've got to feel like you're behind, because you're an hour and 26 minutes in, and you
don't have boots.
You don't have boots, you don't have ice rod, you don't have hookshot, you only have 2 crystals, you've full cleared 2 pendant dungeons, and not received a lot for either of those pendant dungeons. Yeah.
Well, you got the cane.
Cane and fire rod, yes, but you're just sitting here, you're seeing a lot of gaps in what you need to finish the seed, and you're at an hour and 26 minutes in. So you've got to be going, okay, it's either here and I can salvage something out of this, or it's not here and I'm already in. So
yeah, they may both feel that like they're behind, but if you then think about it again, you really got. There wasn't really a choice. This was quite the normal checks they did.
Alright. Fire rod out. 1 freezor, 2 freezor, small key.
And back up. Because he hasn't the hookshot, but he's found the small key. So you can check the right side now. That's
okay.
when you don't have the hookshot. You have to go this way, because you can't go down. If you go down, there's just a bomb jump you have to do then.
Yep. Yeah, for a second there, I was like, wait a minute, you're not going to check the big chest? And then I remembered everything you said, basically. All right, so there's a big 20.
You know what? Proa didn't check Batcave, did he?
He did not, because he has not found the powder. So we found 2 out of 3 items in ice, by the way, and neither of them is progression.
But Che4mo, he checked the Batcave. That's interesting. I wonder if Proa thinks he's behind because he did turn in that mushroom too fast. But that's as we know, it wasn't.
It's not in Ice Palace. That's all 3 items in Ice Palace.
Wow. Yeah, but there's still one more item of Ice Palace. That
yeah,
pedestal.
That last pendant. Yep. So those of you who go into every single Link to the Past randomized stream and start chanting for pedestal seed, you're looking increasingly in luck today.
And then he goes to the pedestal and he finds powder or anything else. Yeah, and then we know the call would have been Turtle Rock.
The most stacked Turtle Rock of all time.
Yeah, so he skipped the other chests in here because he knows there's nothing to find.
Yep. Che4mo, meanwhile, same play as Proa here, just like, okay, I can go clear Skull Woods while I think about what, really sit and think and ponder what I want to do next. Bombos to one-shot the hard shell here. Again,
I wonder which is faster.
Depends.
I always keep interrupting you, I'm sorry for that.
No, you're fine. It happens all the time. I've tried to get better about it, but... anyway. So yeah.
Get your hype for pedestal now.
Yeah.
I hope it's powder or book. Book would be cool.
Powder would be hilarious because it then make this Turtle Rock one of the most loaded Turtle Rocks I have ever seen in my 2 years of running Rando. Book would be hilarious because Paradox Ped Seed, first of all, and second of all, that would mean there's something on one of the tablets.
Or in Turtle Rock, just imagine, now he finds anything useless, like the powder there, then he goes to Turtle Rock, and the only item he finds there is the book, and has to go out of Turtle Rock.
Oh, and then hookshot on one of the books, or on one of the tablets, and then ice
Ice
rod and
Rush.
Hookshot Cave. Oh,
Yeah.
and boots. Oh, God.
Puts on the boss of Turtle Rock there.
Oh.
Or Misery Maya shared something.
God. Oh, no. Oh. I can hear Math Girl fight, like, giggling and cackling with glee from here. Blind pedestal
now we
here we go.
And it's...
The Silvers!
Silvers! No, same. Silvers or... It's the same as the powder.
Oh, no.
But attack less. It's better than the powder. And saying this, Che4mo is going to Turtle Rock. Not checking the pedestal. Not going to Ice Palace, I mean.
So, yeah, this could,
This means he will probably, most likely, do a Silverless Ganon, and Proa will not.
Yes. So that will be something to keep track of. I also believe Che4mo will be doing Go Mode Desert at this point, which means Che4mo may not find that gold sword. Now, granted, that's not really that much of a imposition.
In addition, with Silverless Ganon, it means something.
True.
Oh, there's the Spy Cave check. He didn't do it.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is the first we've seen it from either runner.
No, Che4mo already did it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what you got, Turtle Rock? Oh, Che4mo missed the last torch.
Oh, another extra round. And
Buddy.
just saying, powder could have been on Batcave. No, it wasn't. We already saw the Batcave. It could be there. No, it couldn't be there because you have to use a glitch to get it.
Yeah.
Or it could be there because it's self-locked. That could be.
Oh, that's right. Chat pointing out correctly. We don't have the hook shot. You can't do it the fast way.
He did. Yeah.
Speaking of that hook
yes.
shot. That's
So that
fucking
puts-
rude. Oh, pardon my language. I apologize.
Oh, Oh, that puts Misery Maya into logic. Does he stay in here or does he go to Misery Maya? I personally would go mirror out right away. Because I don't think with this seat, I don't trust this seat anymore.
Yeah.
He has to find the ice rod now. Let's see. Proa always good in routing. Maybe he.
The seat's like a fart. You don't trust it, Leslie.
Would you trust the seat at this point and go through Turtle Rock to the laser bridge, Mimic Cave, just to
If
see?
you're Che4mo, if you're Che4mo, absolutely. Because this is your second dip in here. You double dipping already feels bad enough. A triple dip would just be game over, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was right at the start. Not much time lost to find that hookshot. You can't find it faster.
Mirror shield.
Oh, where was the shield Che4mo misses? Oh, he has mirror shield too. Oh, I didn't see it. Just a tracking thing.
Let's see here. So that's
Proa
two
doing
items
the right
Turtle
way?
Rock so far.
Yeah, and Proa doing the right way. 2 items. So I believe there are 3 left now.
Yep. No, it would be. Oh wait, yeah, no, Turtle Rock would be 5. Sorry. So yeah, there are 3 items left. There's also Mimic Cave, which we're about to see.
Ah yes, technically 6. Oh no, no Mimic Cave, huh?
No, he's gonna check big chest first before he does Mimic. This is a common
Why?
strategy nowadays.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Leslie. No, yeah, no. Technically, there's still items in Swamp too. My God, this seed is a hot mess.
True, but at this point you can finish Swamp and Misery Maya both.
Che4mo
So
having
this
a
is-
little bit of trouble getting the mimics to cooperate with him. There we go.
But I can feel with him, I always do too. There's the sub container. So not
Chat
many
pointing.
spots left.
Go ahead. Sorry. Chat is pointing out that when Che4mo found the hook shot there, a good potential option could have been to mirror immediately and do hookshot cave.
Yeah, that. Oh, into hookshot. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because-
but I would mirror out anyway, and then thought about what would I do next, and yeah, hookshot cave in rain.
So we're looking for boots and we're looking for ice rod. There's the powder.
Yeah, okay. He knows he doesn't need it.
Che4mo knows that. Proa does not. So that might be some time for Che4mo to gain back, because Proa might follow that dead end.
Yes.
Yes, Desert Palace is boots locked.
So both runners stayed in here.
Little bit surprised Che4mo didn't take that magic refill, at least, in the dark platform maze.
Yeah, well, why? Oh,
Just
yeah,
in case, you might find Ice Rod here and go do Trinex. It'd be nice to have
but
full
there's
magic for
a
that.
magic
Oh, yeah,
refill just before Trinex, and he doesn't need the magic here because he has the shield. Absolutely
True.
perfect.
True.
And this is another item we found there.
Yep, that's 2 items so far on Laser Bridge.
So this is it.
Trinex is holding on to the last one.
Yeah, that's what I meant with a red one. So this it is. Yeah. So my guess would have been correct. Ha. And he can't even save the portal.
Oof. Alright.
Oh, well, he could with a hard reset.
Alright, looks like he is going to go back up and make that hookshot play. Thought about it. I think he was thinking, oh wait, what if I go into the portal down here? Alright. So we've got Hookshot Cave, we've got the rest of Swamp is now in play. We've got Mire is now in play.
Yeah, personally, I would do Maya first, I think.
Yeah, because Mire is full clearable, and it's a crystal. So
Yeah,
and more importantly, it's a 5/6 crystal.
Yeah, so is Swamp Palace, but I would do the Hookshot Cave first, then instantly. Oh well, depends. Let's see what's in here.
A thought: boots could be on 5/6 on Pyramid Fairy.
Yes.
Oh!
Or a book on Pyramid Fairy.
Oh,
which
come
leads
on.
to the boots.
Oh. A whole lot of nothing in Hookshot Cave.
I just realized the timers of the both runners are not synced anymore.
Yeah, Che4mo's lag spikes kind of desynchronize things, and I think I think Math Girl, our erstwhile restreamer, has been taking opportunities when possible to try and synchronize them back up, but
and
these things take time.
Proa is using the cape, although he has a mirror shield, which is not in tracker, but he has it.
Yep.
And yeah,
all right,
found out there's nothing in here.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to see the swamp play from Che4mo here.
Absolutely fine.
Yep.
It's faster than with your Maya.
Right. All right. I'm already on thin ice on this stream, but I'm just gonna give a to Magius for that description of maintaining that particular portal.
Okay, it's true.
All right. Yep. You're.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. I was about to say finish that thought and say I can't access my Discord, but he managed to realize what I was trying to say. Anyway, both runners now looking to go into Swamp and see what is waiting for them in the back half of the Swamp now that they have that hook shot. Yep. So, in Leslie Pro pointing out, with Proa saving that portal, if Ice Rod happens to be here, he can go back and finish Turtle Rock. If it isn't, well, oh well. Alright. So, Che4mo with a little bit of a lead here, as he's about a minute ahead.
And he doesn't... I didn't miss anything. Huh? Did I? No.
Nope. No, you did not. Just both runners making their way into the back of Swamp here. Alright. There's the Ice Rod!
Ah.
And some bombs. So,
See?
we need those boots.
See, that was the right
Go
decision
mode.
of mine.
Ooh,
To
lads.
mirror out of Turtle Rock right when you found Hookshot. I knew it.
Ooh, lads. So, if boots are not on Argus here, this seed is gonna get even grosser than it already is somehow.
Did we find the compass?
Good call, actually. I'm not sure. Boots are required to get the big key off of Desert Torch, yes.
So, boots
Here's
definitely the last item needed. But it could be hidden. By the way, Proa, didn't he collect the magic dust? I think he did, but oh well.
I mean,
Nothing on there.
was-
See the compass. I told you.
okay. Alright, so, Leslie Pro pointing out that the seed could be trolly by placing the boots on Trinex himself. Which, yes, that would be disgusting. There's the possibility also that we find the book at some point and the boots are on one of the tablets, which is disgusting.
So where you gonna go now? I think Mr. Meyer?
I think Meyer's
be
the
the
play
call.
here, yeah.
Because when you go there and yes, and you find the boots hero, you got to go to Desert Palace and then to Turtle Rock and right to GT. That's the best
Yeah.
routing, I think.
Yeah. Best routing in Che4mo's case. I mean, best routing also in Proa's case, but Proa has a bit more to think about in the moment because Proa did manage to save that portal. So if he thinks that the Trinex has the boots, he can go back to Turtle Rock relatively quickly. Whereas Che4mo is going to have to climb all the way back up Death Mountain and go all the way back through Turtle Rock because Che4mo did not open the emergency exit and go through that way.
Oh, true. And yes, Pro did collect that powder. Yes, we just saw. Yeah, but you could, you know what? You could maintain those portals, but those portals are not safe. So both runners have to go through whole Turtle Rock, don't they?
I'm not sure actually.
I think you can't jump down there in the Dark World. So they could both have saved the portals by hard resetting. Well, when you hard reset from the Dark World, and you haven't beaten Ganon, I mean Ganon 1, you spawn in the Light Worlds, and so... Or save and quit and then...
and this is a Godmire here. Oh, feels bad. This would be amazing if this were a Go Mode Mire because it's a Godmire because that big key is on one of those two chests you can immediately open. Unfortunately, we have to open all the other chests because we're still looking for the boots.
Oh man, those boots. This is not an early boot seed, I think.
No, it is not. Alright. So nothing of note so far.
At least boots are not in GT, I saw that too.
Yeah. Alright, there's the compass. Not checking the cutscene chest as of yet. We'll see if that pays off. Because that would also be kind of gross if the boots were in the cutscene chest.
Yeah, that's true, but anything can happen now here.
Yep. Alright. Yeah, never mind, there they are.
Go mode officially.
Yep.
For Che4mo
1 hour.
and 46.
Yep, 1 hour
estimated.
46. Yeah, 1 hour 47 minutes for Che4mo. We are in go mode with those boots in the big chest of Misery Mire. Whoo, lads. The end is in sight.
At least it's not on a tablet.
True. True fact. At least it wasn't on Trinex either.
So that makes Che4mo gonna do a Ganon fight with the Tempered Sword and the Silvers. He may probably, or may not, open that one last chest after Moldom 2, but yeah, as we know, he can't find any better equipment. Because he missed it. He won't go there.
So I also am going to point out that the timers are still a little bit desynchronized. Not much we can do about that. And I'm also going to point out Proa is doing the cutscene chest, so that's going to be some time loss here.
I trust him. This was such a good routing at the start, and now he's gonna do the cutscene. Oh, great fight!
Yeah, a great Vitreous fight for Che4mo here.
We probably see the silver tactics from Proa.
Nearly made a mistake there. Went up a little bit too soon, did Che4mo, and took a heart of damage, but manages to fix things up here. I believe we're going to also see. I believe this is Math Carol attempting to resynchronize the timers, so please hold.
But then she has to stop the other one.
True. All right, so at about 1 hour 49 minutes is when on Che4mo's timer is when he finished Misery Mire. 2 minutes after that. 2 minutes after that point on Proa's timer, and Proa is just now heading down to Vitreous. So there's going to be about a 2.5-3 minute lead here for Che4mo.
Vitreous fight can't be very much faster, I think.
So we'll keep an eye on that situation as it develops here. Also, if you recall, Proa did steal that key, so Proa's going to need to remember to grab the other small key out of the big chest.
Oh. But it could have been the play to do so.
And now Che4mo making his way back to the back of Desert to face the Landless here.
Yeah, we would need Proa to stop for him, so we sync them up, but we can see him in the future.
Yeah. All right. Chat looking on the bright side, at least their bond counters will be low. That is indeed correct. Alright. Lighten those up, and gonna be taking on that Landless fight. Still want Sealing Key to be in Logic and Advanced Logic? Yeah, that'd be interesting. It is not, no.
Oh, I thought it would be. Oh, see, the same fight. He does do it with a sword too, but he forgot one eye. And
there we go. Slightly
he
faster. Synchronized boss explosions. Nice. Alright. Alright, so about 2 minutes or so separate our runners at this point.
This will be a close call.
Alright. So now our runners are going to be racing through Turtle Rock here.
No.
And up Gan's Tower.
Just Che4mo's doing so.
Oh yeah,
Proa
still needs to finish Landless, sorry. Although I think with how the timing is going to work out, Proa is going to be able to get into Turtle Rock before Che4mo is out of it. Barely.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, well, let's see. It's still a close one here.
Yeah.
Anything could happen with GTBK, and Ganon fights won't be synchronized too because of the different swords and the arrow, because there are different hit counts with the temperate and the gold, and yeah, that's would be interesting.
I don't think
Dead
the
Rock
hit counts are different for tempered versus gold.
aren't they?
Not
I thought
for
in
not for Ganon. Oh, you're talking about Trinex. I'm sorry.
yeah, but Ganon too. I thought that Ganon hit counts for the phase 1, 2 are different.
Che4mo, what do you do? Yeah, yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, he was already 2 times in there, so yeah.
Yeah, he was probably like, yeah, I've been in there twice. I beat Trinex by now, right? Oh wait.
Yeah, Megaeus is saying gold is the spin damage of temperate too, so
Okay,
I
then.
think it is. And chat saying 12 slashes with temperate, 6 with gold. In phase 1, 2, like I said. In phase 3, I think it's the same. You just have to hit him when he's about to get invis. And but still, that phase 1, 2 would be faster for Proa.
Yep. And then Che4mo does have to do phase 4 silverless, so
Yeah, which needn't be. Oh, it depends on the. This would be the most interesting part, I think. Like, can he catch up?
Alright, so we'll keep an eye on the timers here. 156.08 on Proa's timer. He gets his crystal for Landless. We'll see where Che4mo is at when 156.08 hits for him on his timer. Judging by where he is now, I'm gonna guess he's gonna be entering Trinex.
Might be. Oh, nice switch.
Not bad. No, I think he's gonna be in Trinex's room because we're coming up on 156 even.
Laser bridge.
He's
Ha!
gonna be, yeah. 156, and at about 8 seconds, he'll be just entering the room before. Never mind. Regardless, most of the way through Turtle Rock at 156.08 is Che4mo.
I think they're both just wondering why the other player hasn't already finished.
Oh yeah, no, they're both like, where in the world is this dot done at? Nice behind the head strats by Che4mo there.
Nearly perfect hits. Ah, now he has to wait.
Alright. And
Well,
see,
Proa just
Che4mo
at
is
the
still
beginning.
technically in Turtle Rock, while Proa just entered it. So
Yeah.
they're technically both racing through Turtle Rock right now. I'm technically correct. The best time to correct. Don't ask
Ah,
me.
but see the timer. So
Yeah.
for Che4mo, Proa didn't
you're
enter.
right. You're right.
You were completely right. Proa just entered when Che4mo finished.
Oh, but math stealing my thunder. She's entered the start command. There are 22 locations in Ganon's tower where that big key could be. Go ahead and enter a number between 1 and 22 in chat to guess where that big key is. And you could score a variety of a number of points to get on the leaderboard. I'm going to say number 3, Torch. Because after all the trouble we went through to find those boots, it would be nice to use them more than once. Arista
definitely would
surprised
be.
that Math Girl is being evil.
So
I
I call Torch a book. And I think it's on number 7.
All right, so Che4mo. In
Going
Gen's
right.
Tower, going to Hope Room. All right, number 1, map. Number 2, big
The
key.
big key, 2. No one guessed 2.
And we're playing by Price is Right rules, so Darkened Sky wins. Darkened Sky, you have won a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomized seeds, available for redemption at altppr.com.
Yeah,
Please make
because
sure to check with your doctor if your standard seed lasts longer than lasts longer than 4 hours. Man, I really love it when I screw up my own jokes. Anyway.
that loves that too.
All right. So I do believe this is going to be Che4mo's race to lose at this point.
This was so early fun.
Yeah, because Che4mo is going to be halfway up the gauntlet, while Proa is still killing Trinex.
Yeah, actually, the timer really is weird, but yeah. Well, at least Proa did a full clear of every dungeon.
Arusta, yes, it is a 1 minute gap between the streams. Che4mo had some lag issues throughout the stream.
Chat pointing us the number. 2 hours and 53 seconds for Proa007, and we have that in about 30 seconds for Che4mo.
Or we can compare entrance times. Leslie pointing out Che4mo entered at 1:58:10 on his timer. Entry for Proa is going to be 2 hours, 1 minute, and about 50 seconds. So about 3-4 minutes. Between the two here. Che4mo taking out Landless too.
And only because of Proa choosing the right side too. If he chose the left side, oh. And what the hell is he thinking? He has a big key and he goes to the left.
He's probably having some small keys, yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's small key on the torch. What a luck.
Although, where did Che4mo get a second big key at? Or a small key? Interesting. We were not paying attention.
Yeah, watch the Trinex fight.
Che4mo went and got the pot key too as well. Alright, so Che4mo now, almost missed that last torch there.
Oh, Proa has problems with the mimics.
Yeah. Mimic rooms, probably my least favorite part of Gen's Tower. Alright, magic refill for Che4mo.
Did you know the mimics are not called mimics?
Yeah. I probably should have known that. Alright, 2 slashes for Moldorm 2, and down he goes.
Very fast fight.
Decides not to raid Moldorm's last possession. And
Which
now
is
Che4mo...
the right one.
Yes. Che4mo is about to partake in the Geometry Wars. We'll see how kind Agatu's pattern is to our runners today.
Now we have blue ball counts. Oh, whatever.
that is a double. Nicely done. And a single. Ooh.
Oh.
Probably could have gotten something out of that. 2101 in AD 2101, war was beginning.
And that's it?
Yep, 21012. And Che4mo heading for the big pig himself.
Proa missed one. Got mad and fired lots of arrows.
Yeah. I mean, when you're at 2 hours 5 minutes on, and you're still climbing Gan's tower in a open mode tournament seed, it never feels good. So especially when you miss a silver arrow shot in land mode 2.
Very nice tip of Ganon. Oh, nice spot.
Alright.
Already phase 2, I think. Yes.
Yep. Is gonna need to watch his health a little bit here. Although I'm pretty sure he's... Yeah, he still has a fairy, he still has red potion. I'm pretty sure he's good to go, but... Even the act of dying, even if you have a fairy, can kind of put you on tilt. Oh, it takes a drive-by Ganon hug there. Either that or a fire bat. One of the two.
But
Onwards
decides
to
not
phase
to
3.
take the potion.
I mean, well, he does still have that fairy.
I bought it with half a heart. Rather use the potion first. Fairy takes longer, I think.
Yep. Alright. Oh no!
Phase 3.
I was about to say, oh no, silver's my one true weakness. I remembered that Che4mo did not pull the pedestal.
Did you find the arrows in the light world overworld?
Alright, so there's 2.
You know,
Che4mo.
the only spot he didn't looked after in the light world overworld was the pedestal.
Yep. Alright, believe Che4mo's at 5 now. 6.
If he doesn't fall, it's... Seven, 8.
I believe that was 9 just now. 10, 11. That should be, and it is, an exploding big pig. Che4mo now just has to survive the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule, and he will finish this race off. Get your GGs ready in chat. Alright. And he survives. Che4mo
GG.
finishes in first place with an official SRL time of... Oh, it's blocked on my screen. Whoops. 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 16 seconds. GG's. And very, very appropriate Triforce room text. I'm sorry. Granted, once Che4mo hits his advance button, it's gonna say your princess is in their castle. But I'm sorry would just be the perfect way to finish this seed off.
This perfectly fits. I'm sorry.
I think that's exactly why Che4mo isn't advancing the text, because he just wants us to ruminate on that for a bit.
Oh, he already destroyed the controller.
Yeah, that's also true. Alrighty.
This seat was even hard to watch. I think it was such work to watch it.
It was definitely an experience. All
Can't
right.
imagine to play that one.
Hold on 1 second here. Go ahead and keep chatting. I'm gonna do some work real quick. I'm gonna try and get our runners into the chat here for our interviews.
We now entered the Ganon fight for Proa, which goes pretty neat. It's already on phase 3, it should be. Yes. And he got damaged too. He need to refill. He used this potion because he has no fairy. And he goes for the torch glitch too.
All right. There we go. Oop. Always funny to see a heal, please, as the credits text for Sanctuary.
Yes.
Although it does flash me back to my old days of trying to heal in World of Warcraft. Anyway.
Getting hit by the bats.
Alright, and looks like both of our runners will be joining us. I will go ahead and pull them in as soon as Proa finishes up on screen here, which looks
He's
like
going
he is
to
going
finish
to do
it right now.
very shortly. That is
With
an
an
exploding big pig.
time of 2 hours.
Alright, second place finish. Official SRL time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 25 seconds is Proa007, and we welcome on in both runners to the call here. GG's, guys.
GG's.
Well,
GG's.
I before the race started, I hoped this seed would be something, and oh, it sure was.
Yeah, that would definitely classify as something.
So, how did you feel?
I don't know if you ever feel ahead in a seed like that. Pretty much all losers.
Sort of in a paradoxical way. It's like the worse the seed is, I feel the better my chances are of winning, because if it's wrecking me, it's likely wrecking the other runner. And I think with 4 double dips required, this seed was going down on both of us.
Yeah, that seed was that seed broke me for a bit there.
Yeah.
But still, Pro, you did quite well doing the right decisions in the early game.
Yeah. The two major mistakes I made were I should have gone to Bumper Cave a lot sooner than I did, because I had the Magic Cave for a while and I never utilized it. And I had the coin flip after Swamp, Turtle Rock, or Ice Palace. I chose Ice because I was convinced that this was a Ped seed. Well, not quite, but so if it were a Ped seed, I probably would have won. But such as it is.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we were basically all calling for a pedestal seed while you were in Ice, because at that point we knew that it was either Ice or Turtle Rock.
Right.
So we were just like, well, this is the play that's happening. Both of them have done two pendants. It's really looking like a pedestal seed, and because we're doing a restream and that seems to be what chat likes, we were rooting for it. And well, it just turned out not to be. Although Silver's was a nice side benefit.
Definitely not rewarding, but still nice find. Well, better than the powder, we saw the powder what there. But still, you got the Bumper Cave first.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, you did that first.
Not by too much. It was maybe about a 2 or 3 minute difference.
Yes. But definitely
it was tough to
better
go up there, I thought, without Fire Rod, without boots. Like, they were just abandoning everything. So
that was
once I had very little left, and I wanted to dip Skullwoods as well. So it's like routed and catfish as well at the same time.
We had one question in the chat. Did you first miss the Earth medallion on the Quake? Did you miss that one on the Spectacle Rod, or Why didn't
I
you
don't
pick
know.
it up?
I don't know what I was doing at the beginning of the seed. It played so badly, died in escape, and like, yeah, no, I just completely forgot to pick it up, and then totally forgot about it. And I'm like a little bit lucky that hookshot wasn't like earlier, because I don't know if I'd have gone back to Spectacle Rock if we had better Death Mountain access. As it was, I went over that spot like 10 times over the siege. I completely forgot. I would have probably dipped Meyer, but I didn't end up. Or I tried and I didn't have a hook shot. That's right.
Yeah.
But luckily the lantern was there too, the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought, the coin flip between ice and Turtle Rock notwithstanding, the seed wasn't giving us a whole lot to work with.
No, it was not.
But my main goal early was to really grind the crystal dungeons as much as I could, full clearable or not, because I had a feeling that it might be the kind of seed where they really have the good stuff, and by and large they did. I think the only really big ended item was probably Canis Samaria in Palace of Dark. Otherwise, it was actually a fairly blah pendant dungeon round this day.
Yeah, it was surprising because the pendants were pretty open, and there was just nothing anywhere in the world. I was definitely thinking Ped Seed myself. That's only I finished Thieves Town because I was like, I'm probably gonna need this stupid pendant. And I just I didn't want to go into Swamp without the hook. I just never do. So I was gonna put that off as long as possible. Except for Pen and Ice, I didn't want to go into it all, so I put that off even longer. But that was definitely my next step if I hadn't found Fire Rod there. And then, I don't know, just trying to avoid that. And luckily, it wasn't important. Luckily, it wasn't bad, otherwise I for sure would have lost.
Yeah.
No, picking up Silver there was not really a big deal anyways, but...
Yeah. I was kind of against the idea of a hook shotless swamp, but I thought, well, what else can I do? I mean, I pretty much run the gamut on everything else. I thought, well, it's half the dungeon. There's got to be. I figured there had to be something in there. It was either that or go into Ice Palace without Fire Rod. I had Bombos, so it was clear. It would have been clearable, but nobody really wants to do that.
Yeah, I remember commenting at one point because both of you got the Fire Rod, left Swamp, and then went and did Skull Woods.
Yeah.
And my comment at the time was, this is just them going, okay, I can clear Skull Woods. I'm going to do that so I can think on the move about what terrible option I want to pursue further.
Yeah, there was an item left in Skull Woods too, so it just made sense to do first in case it was needed boots or whatever.
Right.
That was kind of my thinking as well, because I got the sword pretty early, and then I knew there was still one item left. So I was like, well, might as well. And it's you're delaying the inevitable. You're picking up a crystal and hoping that you get something good out of this.
By the way, you had the Butter Sword, and Che4mo just had the Tempered Sword. So you did quite nice checks. You didn't double dive, for example, some dungeons. What?
Although I do want to ask, was with the key stealing, was there something behind that, or was it just kind of, I'm going to see what happens here?
Yeah, where was that?
Desert.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I just kind of figured, I've done that before, and I thought, well, maybe there's something there, It was also kind of me just kind of hedging my bets a little bit. It's like, well, if nothing else, I can do at least half the dungeon and get that taken care of, so when I come back, it's not a big deal. Of course, Big Key had to be on pedestal. So, well, whatever, fine.
Yep.
I've done that before. I've done that several times before, just kind of doing a sort of a back cut through through desert, taking care of what I can, since I could do everything without. I was also hoping just that it wouldn't be boots required, but of course it was.
Right. Well, GG's, and congrats on surviving the seed.
The 2-hour seed.
Yeah, that always feels pleasant,
Yeah.
especially in a tournament setting.
I've had my 8th match. 7 of them have been awful. This has been the worst, I think, of the matches that I've had, just in terms of all the double dips and all the the twisted routing we had to do.
Yeah, it was a pretty twisted train of thought to try and follow, but eventually it pulled on into the final stop. And congratulations, Che4mo, on the win. And unless anybody has anything else to add, we'll just go ahead and send this one on home.
Good.
Alrighty. Looking forward to your guys' next match, and looking forward to more Challenge Cups action here on the Go Mode Podcast Twitch and Zelda Speedrun's family of channels. The Challenge Cup brackets are going strong. The main tournament over on Speed Gaming is going strong as well. So there's a lot of randomizer action happening as we forge on ahead into 2020. So hit that follow button here on Go Mode Podcast. If you haven't already, hit the follow button for our runners, our commenters, trackers, and our restreamer. There's the podcast to listen to and the Discord to hang out in. All of the command spam. All of it. Until next time, this has been Westside Vandal here with the Third X on behalf of our tracker, Brain, Magius, there we go, and our restreamer Math Girl. Thanks for tuning on in. Have yourself a good night. GG's.
Good night.
All right. Thanks, guys.